Hey, I'm Rayhane. In this video, I'm gonna show you how we can use data binding in our project in Kotlin. So, let's start. Here I have new project as always. Just let me explain in details about data binding before I start coding. What is data binding and why we need to use data binding in our project? A data binding is a library provided by Android that allows you to bind UI components in your layout files directly to data source in your apps, such as ViewModel or data objects. This means that you can update your UI components automatically whenever the underlying data changes without having to write a lot of code. Here let me say some advantages of using data binding. The first advantage is with data binding, you can avoid having to manually find and update UI component in your code. The second is use data binding expressions to set value for attributes and properties of UI components. And the last one, in my idea, bind UI components to observable data source, such as LiveData objects or observable field in data objects, can be an advantage of using data binding. Okay, now for using data binding, you need to enable it in your Android project and set up your layout files to use data binding expression. You also need to create data objects or view models that expose the data that you want to bind to your UI components. Okay, let me show you something. In this project, I want to use this API, news API, so you can get your own API key here after a simple register form. You can get your own API, so please do it before starting a project. I want to show you this sample request and get some news from this API. So let me back into Android Studio and add some dependency, and also, as I said before, we need to enable data binding. Here in the build Gradle app level, here we always add view binding, but now I want to enable both of them. I mean view binding and also data binding. And then here, let me copy my dependency and I can add it here. Just let me scroll top. Yeah. I added some lifecycle dependency, also a retrofit, also OK HTTP client, JSON, Dagger. I want to use dependency injection with health, so I need to add this dependency. Also, I want to use a coroutine, and also the last dependency or library that I want to use in this project is Kotlin for loading the image. We have a lot of video in the channel about working with retrofit, working with Dagger. Also, I have a complete video about coroutines. So if you don't know anything about each of them, please go to channel and find the video. And also I put all the link that related to this dependency and this project in the description. Other things that I should add here in the plugin section, I should add the Dagger and Capped plugin. So the last step actually here, I should add some class path into my build Gradle module level. So here, before this part, just you can paste this code. Also, I put the GitHub link in the description of this video. Okay, all the thing is correct here, and just need to sync the project. Since the project try to build, let me add our internet permission here in the manifest. So just that. So the Gradle as well is finished. So in this tutorial, I don't want to focus on a UI part. So let me create the basic XML and actually the copy and paste some starter code, but I will write and I will explain all the code. Just let me skip this part and copy paste UI code. So here, just let me, I need to have, okay, I guess, yes, now it's correct. And there is each item of my RecyclerView, so it's okay. And then let me, yes, copy and paste all the code. Good. And come here and paste it here. Okay, I guess there's some error. Yes, I need to create namescape here. Good. Okay, why this one is added? Okay, all the things is good, just need to add some color. Okay, and also some a drawable file. Okay, let me, okay, here in the value and the color I need to create, oh sorry, yes, color, a name that was tint, yes. And here the code is B8 B4B4. Yes, exactly. And let me add some vector here. Yes, I need this one. And also, if I'm not mistaken, yes, I need another one. So here, okay. Yeah, this one is good for us. Okay. I guess just the name is different. Yes. Yes, this one is fixed. Let me check this one. Yes, this one as well. Okay, let me delete this one because I will explain that one in details later. Okay, all the things seems good, but I guess okay. Okay, it's because of the height, it should be wrap. Yes, wrap contents. And now all the things seems good. Okay, let's go to main activity, and here I just have to view. Okay, come here and paste the code. Okay, as you can see here, I just have a RecyclerView, and also the another view is progress bar. So here Our work with XML is done. Let me create some package. I strongly recommend that I create a package for having clean structure and clean code actually. So let me create my package adapter. API. The another one for my dependency injection. Okay. The other one for repository. Yes, correct. And the other one for my response. Good. The other one can be for my UI. And just need two other package for utils. And the last one is for my ViewModel. So ViewModel. Great. Okay, just let me move it into my cool. And let me create my application class here. Okay, Kotlin, and it can be class. Put every name that you want. I choose this name, my app, and here I should extend this class from application. Yes. Oh, sorry. Good. And here I should use health Android app annotation. Good. And the last step here, I should add this class here. Just write name, and as you can see, I have access to my application class here. Here I should add another annotation health that, oh sorry, Android entry point. So far, so good. The first thing that I want to do is create a response class that I showed you here. I want to get some news from this part of this API. So here there is example response. So just we need to copy this example response. Okay, just let me, okay, here, just copy and back into Android Studio in the response package. As I said before in several tutorials in our channel, I use always this plugin for create automatically my response class, because this plugin gives me a lot of feature. I will show you later. So just here, click on it and paste our response here. I can use a format for reformat of this actually JSON text. So here I should add my class name. So I can put response at top. Oh, sorry. Yes, now it's better. Top headlines. Good. I guess there is an issue with our response, and because of that, here this plugin cannot generate. So let me check again. Okay, here, for example, let me copy and paste it here. Now I will put my own API key, but you should use your API key, because each API key has a limitation. And let me, yes, I copy here. Okay, this is my API key. Okay, and here I can paste it, and now I have access to the response. Okay, let me copy under the studio here again with this plugin and reformat. Good. And now response top line headline, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, headline. So far so good. And now, as you can see, the generate button is available. And okay, exactly, here is our response. So the next thing that I should to do, convert my, let me open it. Yes, convert this layout into data binding layout. How we can do it? Okay, for converting this layout to data binding layout, here, as you can see, convert to data binding layout. So now, as you can see, automatically applied some changes into our layout. Here, just inside the data tag, I should call variable, and let me. Here, you can put actually a name. For example, I want to call it as an article. Okay, and now I should bind my data class into my UI component. So here, let me yes, there is, yes, oh sorry, okay, there is a response, yes. Okay, here also let me add the last part, article, and now it's so much easier to access to each field in my data class. After ensuring that your XML layout is converted to a data binding layout, it's time to declare our binding. How we can do it? For example, here for this text, I can use at and call my variable name that I put here. Exactly, I can call it here article dot source dot name, just that. And I can do it for my other text view. Just for image view, we cannot do something like that. Just let me show you. Yes, this one. We cannot do something like that for declaring the image into my image view. It needs to another class, binding class, and I will explain in detail later. So just skip this image view and let me do the same things for my other text view. Okay, here I guess there is yeah, title. It's not correct. Yeah. Now is it okay? And I guess yes. Okay. I guess the issue is fixed. So you can just copy and paste it here. For this one, just need to change. Okay, back to article dot title. Yes, good. And the other things, okay, here as well. Good. And about the details, we can do the same. Just here, let me, yeah. Here, I need assign this text view to description. Why this error? Okay, and the other things as well. Let me copy and paste it here. This one is for publish date, so yes, all the text view is set. Just let me check. Yes, this one, and this one as well. Good. Okay, I guess here our work is done. Let's create API service class here. And so let me close all the windows. Okay, here in the API package, I want to create another Kotlin class as an interface. Okay, and before that, let me show you again. Okay, here as you can see, I should use the get, and also I should create a constants class for save my base URL, and this part is my path, and here also there is a query. So first here in the util package, let me create object class with the name constants, and here I want to put my base URL. Oh, sorry, base underline URL. Good. And from here, always in all documentation, they set us which part is the base URL. As you can see here, this API told me this part is my path part. So here is my base URL. So I copy and paste it here. Here I need another const variable for my network timeout. So network underline time out. Good. And it can be let's back into API service and create that function. Okay, here. Good. I should use get annotate, and here put my path again back into document and copy this part here. And as I said before, the other part, as you can see here, is a query. So here and the function, I want to use this function as a suspend function, get top headline news, for example. And as I said before, there is a query. Okay. And the query parameters exactly should be the same thing that the documentation told us. So I just need to copy and paste it. Okay, good. And it should return the response. Yes, this one. Good. All the thing here is done. The next step, I want to create my API module. So let me do it. Okay. I want to have this class as an object. So, okay. Here in this class, first I should call a module, yes. And then I should call inestline. And here I want to have this dependency as a singleton. Let me, yes, singleton components, okay. And just need to have it, okay, this one. And here I explained in details in several videos. So I put a link in the description and also top of the video. There is a lot of function for create and provide my all dependency that I need to have all of them for working with the retrofit. Just let me explain each of them. Okay, here with this function, it's provide my base URL. This one actually provide my connection timeout as well. Here is provide me a JSON builder, and also I guess I should import this part. Yes, this one as well. And also here I use this add query parameters because here, as you can see, it's a query and I should send it to each request. So here I added here as a query parameters. And okay guys, why I use my API key here, as you can see like this. Here is a good way to keep your API key secure, and it's prevent to share your API key when you want to share your project in your GitHub account. So in this way, I will save my API key in my, as you can see here, there is a local properties file, and this file doesn't push into GitHub. So when I use my API key here, you should put your API key here and then need put some code here in your build applicable Gradle. I will show you later. And then with build config.api key, you access to your API key without sharing your API key in your project when you push your project on GitHub. So let me show you how it's work. Here in your build Gradle, you can call properties, this one, okay, and properties, yeah, and here we can create a new object of properties. Good, okay, and now I just need to call this one, this variable dot load. You just need to call project, yes, this one, again call root projects, and here call file. And here you should exactly put this name here, okay, local dot pro. Okay, good. And now I should define into my build config field that I have something is a string, and I called as an API key. Oh, it should be underline, yes, and where here. Okay, like that. Okay, and again here I should call my properties, yes, my variable, and dot get property, yes, this one, with which string just need to paste it here. Done. And in this way you save your API key. And actually after do that one, you just need to rebuild your project. Okay, what's happened here? I guess I put the wrong name. So now everything is correct. So why? Oh, okay. Sorry guys, I forgot to add another code here. A new data input string. Okay, and now it should work. Here, yes. Now it should work. So let me rebuild it again. Okay, the sync and the build is done, and as you can see here, I should import the build config from my project. So here, just important point, you should select your build config project, as you can see here, this one. Okay, and here, as you can see, it recognizes exactly the API key that I created in my local properties file. Let's continue. The last thing is here is provide my retrofit dependency with all other information that I provided here. For example, my base URL, my client, and also here I need to add a JSON converter that I provided here. All the thing here is done. So the next step, I should create my repository. So let me do it. Here in the repository, I wanted to create a class with API repository. Okay, here I want to create this repository class because I don't want to use my API service function directly. And this repository class is responsible for providing information for me, and it needs to use @inject API service here in the constructor to define this function here. So let me do it. Inject, okay, and call constructor, and here I should define my API service class. Okay, yeah, this one. And now I can create my class. I forgot to add val here. Yeah, there it's gone. I can create my function, and I should use suspend function because here this function is suspend function. So okay, get top headline news. Good, just let me change it in the capital word. Yeah, and here in the API service I have a query, so let me copy and paste it paste it here, and now I can call my API service and call my function and pass this country here. All the things here is done. The next step, I want to create a div util class for my adapter. So let me do it. Okay, in this class, I want to define a custom implementation of a div util callback class, which is used to calculate the difference between two leads and provide information about what has changed. So let me do it. Here I should pass two parameters. The first one is old list and the second one is a new list. So let me create that list. Private val old list, it should be list from the response, yes, headline from the article. Good. And it's the same for new list. Just let me change it to capital word. Good. And also here it should new list. Yes, good. And this class should diffutils dot callback. Good. And as you can see here, I should implement some members. So let me do it. I need all of them. Okay, here I just need to do something like that to pass old list dot size, and the same for a new list. Okay, a new list dot size. Good. And the other thing that I complete here is about two methods. And the first method is our item is the same, and the second method is about our content the same. The first method compares two items at the specific position in the old and new list and returned true if they represent the same item. In this implementation, it compares the items by reference using triple equal operator. So here, just need to delete this one and add return. So called old list, and here I should pass old item position, and as I said before, I should do this compare with a triple equal sign. Okay, and here I should call new list with new item position. Done. And the next method, as I said before, is for content. This method compares the contents of two items at the specific position in the old and new list and returns true if their contents are the same. How we can do it? It's a totally same the previous one, just a little bit different. Returned old list. I should pass old item position just with two equal sign, and here a new list and passed a new item position. All the thing here is done, and now I can create my adapter. Okay, let's do it here in the adapter package. I want to create my adapter class like this, and also here I want to use inject. Okay, and free constructor body, and I should extend this class from RecyclerView dot adapter, and now I should pass my view holder. Just let me create my inner class here. Inner class a view holder, for example, and it should extend from the recycler view and view holder, just like that. And now I can put my view holder here. Yes, all the things now done, and just as you can see here, I should implement some member for my adapter. Good. Just let me move it here. Okay. Great, guys. The first thing, I just want to have access to my binding. So let me create a variable for that. Binding, yes, this one. And as you can see here, it's from data binding. Good. And also here, I want to have a list of my news. So private var news. News is empty list. And here you just can provide your response. Yes, response.article. Okay, now let me complete this method. Okay, here I just need to call out inflator dot from parent dot context. Good. And then we need just call her binding and item binding inflate and pass that inflator here, parent and false. Good. Yes. And the last thing here, just need to return my view holder and pass binding here. Good. And let me private val binding from item news binding. And the last thing here, I just need to pass binding dot root. Good. The next method is about get item count. So just pass news dot size. Good. And the last one, it's for my bind view holder. So just need to call holder and bind news, and here just need pass position. I will create this bind method. Don't worry about this error. It will be fixed. Okay. So the next step is here. I should create that bind function here and pass my article as my response. Good. Okay, all the thing here is good. Okay, now here I need to bind this article into this variable. How we can do it? Let me first write the code and then explain to you what happened exactly. Okay, and pass the article. Let me explain what happened here. By setting binding.article to the article parameters passed into bind function, the layout file can access the article data and display it as needed. That means this article here, now it's bind into this article variable here and can pass the data and display it here into each of this row. And the next thing here I should to add is binding.execute pending binding. Why I need to add this binding here? Because this method ensures that any pending data updates are applied immediately. This ensures that the UI is updated in real time when bind is called with a new article object. So let me do it. Yes, just this one. And now I should create another function for accessing to my DiffUtils and handle that class here. So fun set data. Here I should pass new data, and from the response top headline. This function responsible for updating the data source of RecyclerView with the new data and triggers a UI update based on difference between the old and new data. Actually guys, this is a common technique used to optimize RecyclerView performance by minimizing the number of UI updates required to display new data. Let's continue. Here I need to create an instance of our custom DiffUtil callback class. So news. Yes, I can select this and news DiffUtils. Yes, and here, as you know, we should pass two parameters: old list, new list. So old list is the news, and new list is a new data dot articles. Good. And I should create another variable. So this variable is used to calculate the difference between the old news list and new article list. So val DiffUtils, yeah, this name can be good, and call DiffUtil and call calculate diff. Yes, and now I should just pass this variable here. Good. It updates the news property. So now news dot new data dot article, and now DiffUtil dot dispatch update to this. Just that. And this code is used to notify the RecyclerView adapter of the change in the data source and to trigger the necessary update in the UI. So all the thing is done. Just I wanted to add the other small things here for click on each item on the RecyclerView. So just let me do it. Okay. On item, click listener. Yeah, that one is good. It should here I should call my response. Sorry. Yes, response dot article. It should be as a unit and it should be null. Okay, good. I need to have another function. Okay, fun set on item, click good. And here I should just pass a listener. Okay, and as a response that article, good, and call unit here, and here just need access to that variable here, I mean this variable here, and pass my listener here. Good. And for do click for each item, here there is a simple code, binding.root.set click listener, and call the item click listener. Good. And here just need to eat and pass the article. So far, so good. Our work with our adapter is done. So the next step, create our view model and then work with the main activity. So let's continue to create a class of view model. Okay, here let me create my view model. The purpose of using a view model is to encapsulate the data for a UI controller to let the data survive configuration change. So the first thing I should add, annotate here and call my constructor. And here I need to call my repository. Yes. And I should extend this class from ViewModel. Good. And the important things, I should add HILT ViewModel annotation. Here I need to have some variable of private val news list. Okay, good. As a mutable. Yes, as a mutable LiveData, this one. And oh, I forgot to create a data status class. Just let me add it here and I will create that class. Data status. Okay. And here I should pass my response class name. Yes. Yes, it's done. Actually, let me create my data status class. Okay, I want to create this class in my utils package, so I chose the wrong one. Yes, this one. Data status. Yes. Why we need to having this class? This class help us to manage our response. In overall, this class is a useful abstraction for working with asynchronous operation that return data and can help to simplify your code and make it more robust. So here we can handle three situations: when is loading, when is data is successful, and then we have received error, for example. So let me show you this class, how it's work. And it should be as a data class. Yes, now it's better. Okay, LT. And here I can define my parameters. Status as a status, val data. That data, it's come from the server or the database. Because of that, I should define like this way. And okay. And the last thing, it's a message as a string. This one as well can be null. Good. Don't worry about the status. Now I should create an enum class and define this status. Okay, here I should create enum class and define my situation. For example, the first one is loading, the second one when all the thing is success, and the last one when we faced with error. Good. And now I should create a companion object for creating 3 functions for handle each of these situations. Okay. If it's loading, so call data status and pass here, and then it should return. Yes, this one. Guys, please attention. You should select this one from your project. And here I just need to pass the status of loading. Yes, this one. Good. And I guess now it's correct. Yeah. And there is another function for success situation. Okay. And okay, and here I forgot to add this one. And now here just need to call data status. Yes. And should return data status. Yes, this one. And here just need to return success. Yes. And again, it's the same thing. It's for error with a small difference. So here just need to add error, and here our error it might be contain some message. So here just need to provide a variable as a string, and then here we can pass error and okay, sorry, yes, this message and pass error here. Good. All the thing here is done. We can back into our view model and import this class. And the next variable is a public variable. Why I did these things? Because I want to encapsulate my variable. The internal version should be mutable LiveData as and now, as you can see, I define it with the underscore, and it should be private. And the other one, I mean the external version should be LiveData, and without underscore, this work means encapsulate. So let me define this variable list as okay, LiveData, and pass data status. Yes, and pass our response. And just need to get it from the internal version. So far, so good. Let's create a function, get top headline news. Headline news, good. And here we should need to pass a country. So let me do it. Country as a string. Good. And here I should call ViewModel scope. Yes, exactly. And okay, news list that value the data status as loading. Yes, this one. First, I want to show loading, and then I can call my function response. Here I should call my repository and then call my function and pass the country here. Okay, news list that value. Guys, here I want to handle my response. How? I can create a method. Just let me write it, and then headline news response, for example, and pass this response here. Okay, let's create this function, and here just need to add response and okay, good. And here with the if condition we can change the response is successful or not. So if our response is successful, that means we could catch the data. So all the things is inside the response dot body. And okay, we can use here let and pass it as a data status that succeed, and here I can pass it here, as you can see. Okay, here I have an error, just let me check it later. Okay, now, and if a response is not successful, that means we faced with the error. So I should handle this situation as well. Okay, and here I can pass the response that message. Okay, here we have an error. Just let me check. Oh, sorry guys, here I forgot to pass the data. Okay, and now our error should be fixed. Yeah, now as you can see here, the error is gone, and here again. Okay, let me check the API service. Yes, I guess here I forgot to add a response from the retrofit. Yes, this one, guys. And now the error should fixed. Yes, the error is fixed, and let's continue our work in main activity. Before doing the last step, I forgot to create a binding adapter for handling my image. So let's do it here inside my adapter package. I want to create another class, for example, news binding adapter. Okay, inside this class I should create a companion object. Good. And here I should create a function, and this function that allows you to use data binding to load an image from a URL into our image view in our layout. So, and actually here I want to use a new annotation that's called binding adapter. This annotation inside the binding library used for a custom binding adapter for image view class. Let me show you how it's work. First, let me create, for example, load image from URL. And here I should pass two parameters. The first parameters is my image view, and the second parameters is my URL. So image view as an image view and image URL, sorry, let me change it in a small, okay, as a string. Inside this function, I just want to use coil for loading my image. Okay, just load, good. And here I should pass that URL, image URL, good. And here I just can put some attributes, for example, crossfade, placeholder, and so on. So crossfade can be happen in 800 millisecond, and the other things again I want to call crossfade, and now I just want to enable it. And here, if there is any image for some news, here we can handle it. So drawable. I guess I didn't have a placeholder, so now I copy from my old project and I can paste it here. Okay, let me paste it here. Yes, you can get this placeholder from the project on GitHub, and I will put the link in the description. Let's continue. Drawable.ic placeholder, and now I should add that annotation I said before, binding adapter. I should add another annotation. Yes, GVM static. Yes, this one. Use this annotation is so necessary to ensure that the function can be assigned statically from the generated Java code to the Android data binding library. So all the thing here is done. Let's back into our layout, and now I can use this code for my image view. How we can use it? Let me show you here. Yes, just called load image. Let me check again the name. Yes, exactly this name. Yes, like that. And then same as other field, just need to provide a binding here. Okay. Call article.url to image. Good. And it's done. Let's go to main activity and do the last step here. Guys, before this video, we had another video about extension function. I strongly recommend to see that video because here I want to use two extension function. On that video, I totally explain what is extension function and why really we need to use it in our project. And if you don't know anything about extension function, what is and why and how we can use it in our project, I recommend that first to see that video and then back and continue to watching this video. Okay, here extension. Yes, it can be as a file. Good. Here I want to create two extension function. The first one for handling my view whenever I need to show my progress bar, or whenever I need to show my recycler view so I can handle this situation with this extension function. The second extension function I want to add here is about handle my recycler view set adapter and set light manager. Let's create our first function. The view is visible. Here I want to have two parameters. The first one is for handling the progress bar, so is show loading. It should be as a boolean, and second one is for handling my other view. Container, it should be as a view. Great. And here we can handle this situation with a simple if. Is it true? Do something, or not do something else. So here, this dot visibility. Guys, this is refer to this view, and I totally explain what that mean on that view. I put the link at the top of the video, and also I will put the link in the description. So that visible, and the container can be gone, for example. Okay, the view dot gone, and exactly it can be same with a small difference here. It should be gone, and this one should be visible. Cool. I guess I wrote in wrong. Yes, now it's correct. Let me change it as well. Okay, the first extension function is done, and the second one, as I said before, is for handling my recycler view. So here I should call RecyclerView. RecyclerView.init recycler. Cool. And here I should pass two parameters. The first one my adapter, and the second one my layout manager. So let me first add my adapter. It should be as a RecyclerView adapter. Cool. And as I said before, the second one is for my layout manager. Layout manager. This parameter, it should be from the RecyclerView that layout manager. Okay, and here with this word we can refer to this RecyclerView. So first pass our adapter for RecyclerView adapter, and pass our layout manager for the layout manager. Cool, all the thing here is done, so let's back in the main activity. The first thing here I wanted to add, I want to create my binding variables. So private val binding as a activity. Yes, this one. No. Yes. Guys, I will tell you why I choose this method for creating binding here. And just let me finish this part, and then I will tell you. Binding. Good. And now, why I use this method? Using this pattern helped me to avoid having to rapidly call my binding with underscore with a null check. By using null property delegate, you can access the view in the layout file using binding without underscore. So here, the binding property, there's no worry about nullability, since the property will always throw an exception if binding with underscore is null. This pattern makes it easier and safer access to our view. It can help us to avoid from nullability issues in our application. So, and also it's need to being null in my undestroy lifecycle. Okay, and here unbinding no. And the other thing that I need to have here, first inject my adapter and then having a variable for accessing to my view model. So let's inject my adapter here. Latinate var a news adapter, yes, from news adapter, and the second one is about my view model. Private val view model from main view model, yes, by view models. Yes, it's done. And also here, let me add my binding dot activity binding dot inflate and pass load inflator. But guys, here I should access to my binding dot root. Okay, let me check why. Oh yes, because here I used to val, it should be var. The next thing here, I want to use a lifecycle scope. Why I want to use this scope here? Because I wanted to launch a coroutine in the context of the current life state of the activity, and also it's tied to the activity lifecycle and automatically cancelled and restart with the activity, where it can help to us when user doing some screen rotation. So it will continue to proceed after the rotation. Okay, so let's continue. And now here inside the scope body, I can call my binding, and here I can call my view model. So dot, and here I just can pass US, and then again I need to access to my list, view model dot news list, and need to call observe. And here in the activity you need just pass this, and it's a lifecycle owner in the activity. So here, and now I should handle my data with my data status class. How? Like that. When it the data, and now as we know, there is three situations: loading, success, and error, and I should here handle all of them. So data status is success. Just let me duplicate all of them. If for example, for first one is loading, do something. If success, do something else. And the last one is for when I face the error, do something else. Here I should pass status. Yes, now it's correct. And here In the loading part, I just to manage my progress bar situation. So just yes, PB loading. And now I want to use that extension function. Here, just please pay attention, is from your project. As you can see, that is from my extension function class. Okay. Now, here I want to show the progress bar and I want to hidden my RecyclerView. Okay. And when the situation is okay, that means I have all the data. So here, just need to pass my data into my adapter. So here, I don't want to show progress bar anymore. So just pass false. And here that means I want to see my RecyclerView. And so here, news adapter dot set data, and here I should pass it dot data. All the thing here is good. And for the last situation, for error, I can just show a message, for example, yes, and here something wrong. Here all the thing is done, just there is two things. Initiate our RecyclerView. So for that, here I want to have a function for that. We can call it setup RecyclerView. And here inside this function with binding, I can access to my RecyclerView, and here I can call that extension function I have created here. Just let me check the name. Here init is better. Now here, yes. And here, yes, it's imported. And here the first thing that I need to pass is the adapter, and the second thing is our linear layout manager, and here I should pass the context. So this, yes, and here let me call it before my lifecycle scope. And why here I call this function before my lifecycle scope? It's important to call this method before accessing to ViewModel because the ViewModel maybe depends on RecyclerView being set up correctly before. So for ensure that all the thing about my RecyclerView is correct, first here you can initialize your RecyclerView and then call your all method. And guys, the last thing here, I just want to handle the click on each item and see each news in the browser. So here again, we should call our adapter and call set on item click listener. Here I want to use intent and open a browser, and also here I should pass the URL of each news. Let me show you how we can do it. So here just write that parse this code just for prepare our URL and pass this URL for my browser. That yes, this one, it's a URL. And then here I should call my intent. Yes, and call intent, yes. And let me, yes, dot. Here, just need to call action view. Okay, action underline. Yes, this one, guys. And pass the U or I. Good. And the last code, just need to call this intent with the start activity. Yes, this one, a start activity. Yes, this one, and pass this intent here. All the thing is done. Let's run our application and see what happened. Yes, it works. As you can see here, the response is okay. And here, actually, we got 35 news. And here, as you can see, there is a result of our code. If I click on each item, I expect it to show that news on the browser to me. Yes, as you can see, just let me, okay. And yes, now, okay. And we come back into application and read another one. Oh, this one that comes from YouTube. Here, as you can see, oh, sorry. Okay, here, as you can see, there is a reference, and let me open this one. Yes, the application is worked as we expected. So, guys, if you are new in the channel, please subscribe my channel, like my video, and write comment for me. If you need to learn a specific topic in Android, just let me know, and I will try to create a video for you. Have a nice day. See you soon in the next video.